Good evening, little turtle doves. Today I shall be reading a story that I wrote for a competition not too long ago. Its title is A Long Night's Talk, and of course it's written by Nicola Winters. A quiet evening gave me chills as I sat on the balcony staring at the jeweled black sky. Beautiful snow filled plains that surrounded me. The gentle wind spoke in melancholic melodies that seemed tailored just to ensure that I could make it through day after day. The stars seemed to waltz across the dark sky in the company of the sweet moon, the same moon that kept me company many nights before. It always gives me hope that tomorrow will be a better day. A gentle knock rang through my door, breaking my concentration on the enticement of the outdoors. No one was supposed to be up at such an hour. Sense of shock traveled through my mental space. A voice drifted into my room, saying concerningly, "May I come in, Leon?" I let out a sigh of relief before saying, "Yeah, what brings you here at this strange time?" I was unable to sleep, and felt you'd also struggle to rest, Khaki said quietly, before walking in, seemed to be conscious of every step he took. "Cherry, what is it that bothers you?" I asked while watching Khaki take a seat next to me. "I'm just deep in thought about something that you'd probably mistaken lack interest in," he said, his gaze drifting towards the sound scurrying beyond the walls. "Now I'm intrigued," I said with a soft laugh. "I've got to hear this. Do, do you believe people change?" he asked, looking away. Everything seemed to become foggy, disarming me and causing a short silence between the two of us. After what seemed like forever, I said, "I believe they can change, but it's a long process. People need to recognize what they did and show that they want to fix things, then show efforts towards getting better. Only then can things get better and less rough with them. Makes things more difficult sometimes, though. But then things become awkward." "Why do you ask?" "After such a long time, my parents want to repair our relationship, and I still lack the knowledge of how to feel. I care deeply about them, but I'm just scared of the outcomes with them," Khaki said quietly, seeming to look for the words to better explain. "Emotions are difficult," I said, as I began to laugh nervously. "I understand what you mean. Their efforts show and I see progress, so I want to trust them. I really do, but it's just so hard when many have taken the trust I gave them and used almost every word said against me. The very thought of opening up to people terrifies me greatly," he said, trembling next to me as if he was anxious of my response. "At least you're making progress," I said, while thinking out how to help, how to feel about all the emotions that Khaki invoked, and my anxiety fluttering through my system. "Yeah," he said, lost in thought. "Sometimes I wish things were different. This world makes people feel so small, and it is not always fair. When has the world ever been fair? I said jokingly. Good point. He laughed quietly, before getting serious again. I wish it was easier to talk to them sometimes, though. I hate how this anxiety makes it more difficult to present how I feel to them, you know? With everyone and everything, almost everything doesn't feel like I am ever saying the right thing. Most times saying the best thing. Your words help others feel better and do things that they find joy in. Parents are sometimes difficult to please, or they rarely say they are happy or proud of you, but I'm sure they are proud. They are proud. I'm also sure that if they could hear this conversation right now, they would be proud, I said mindlessly. I looked at Khaki again and he seemed more calm, and before I could realize what I said to him, he said, "Thank you, Leon. You don't realize how much that helped." I saw a few tears go down his face when he spoke. I just wish I could be so sure sometimes. You know how much insecurity hurts. My confidence is low, and no matter how much others tell me about what I'm doing right, only three people's opinions matter so much to me. And two are way more important than that other one. Your opinion matters a lot to me, but just different from the people you have known all your life. To me, my parents are the only opinions I tend to listen to, like the gospel truth. And that's fair. I'm always here to talk whenever you want to or need to, I said. Do you believe that someone's childhood could affect their future? He asked timidly. Yeah, but certain childhood experiences have different effects. Have you ever thought of the effect on a childhood when it is filled with dread and fear? Would their life uh, to this day still have the results of being unhappy? Yes, quizzically. Logically, it makes sense that someone's childhood cloaked in fear and sadness brought unhappiness. And leaves a scar others can't see in a wound that will never fully heal. With these factors, and happiness is always present and can be dulled down, but never rid of, and can still hit. These people learn to mask. These people learn to act, and to others they are fine, but deep down inside, they are lying that they are fine, and that then leads to them tearing themselves apart mentally, but still having to act perfectly fine. It's just a giant maze with no end, but it's just life, nothing more. And how can you be so sure? From personal experience, it is proven to have that effect. That's fair, Khaki said quietly. I feel quite terrible that I can't speak to my parents so easily. You talk to them more than I do. True. May I inquire about your emotions? You barely show any of them, even if something is bothering you. It's easier that way. Emotions are difficult to understand, and my emotions cause me problems. To be fair, I don't exactly have my emotions bother me, though. I'm working on it, but it's just difficult. When I'm supposed to be feeling something, I don't always feel what I'm supposed to. I said, half expecting him to think I'm strange, and that I'm not a good person to be talking emotions with. At least you understand what I'm talking about. That's all I could ask for, Khaki said, without too much of a worry. Zenrus still isn't too sure about our parents changing, but I understand why he worries about it. He's been through a lot, that's for sure, but I feel he's not giving his full story about how he feels. Zenrus is more closed off than the two of us are. Aren't you happy they are choosing to change? Yeah, he said with a smile. Wish they'd changed sooner, but it's better late than never. Have you ever thought about what it would be like if none of the bad stuff that has happened to you has never happened to you? I asked, looking at the stars. I wish it didn't happen, but if I never went through those problematic events, I wouldn't be here today. Would have led me to have never met you. It would be completely different. Most, including myself, like who I've become because of my adversity, so I have to thank everyone who has given me these hurdles. It's because of them that I became the individual I am today, Khaki said with a smile. What about you? I agree, but I wish that the stuff that happened never had to happen to get to where we are now. The beauty of the world was squandered by a few people who, with bad luck, were around us. The future is brighter, though, since you are here, I said, letting a smile creep onto my face. I feel as though my parents may want me to change a bit, though, Khaki said quietly, under his breath, but not quietly enough for me not to hear. If they do, then don't do it. You don't need to change yourself to make others like you. But others always change themselves, even when they preach to be themselves, Khaki said, looking into the horizon. I want to change for my parents and to be a better fit to be around them. My wish is for my parents to see my efforts and just how much I'm trying. All they probably see, all they probably see is someone that never does anything right and only ever says that they are trying. They probably see a klutz that is always doing stupid things and someone lazy that always never accomplishes anything. Someone that just isn't fit for almost any task. You think that's how they see you? Asked as a tear rolled down his face. I know that's how they perceive me, Khaki said, defeated. I highly doubt it, but even if that's true, why does it matter that if that's how they see you? I asked as he laid his head on me. It matters because I want to be liked by them and not just be a mess to clean up after. What others perceive us to be doesn't really matter because you know who you truly are. Well, no one knows your true self. People have tendencies to change how they act to please people, but No, but no one can please everyone. Even the most perfect person has their flaws, but at a quick glance you don't see them, but if you spend enough time with them, you can see their true self with all their flaws. Their flaws are what makes them more perfect and amazing. And I wish they could see it, I said, looking at Khaki. I wish I could tell you that's how I see you, I thought, with a smile.